40% of most CIC applications every single year gets rejected. Yes, and this has nothing to do with the fee. It has nothing to do with the structure. It has nothing to do with the legal complexities. It has nothing to do sometimes even with your idea. It boils down to how well you fill one simple form. Now, what I want to do with this video is to show you that mistake and tell you how you can fix it if you're planning to register a CIC this year. And if you're just meeting me for the first time, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. Zion. I'm a CIC consultant. I'm a grant funding expert. And on this channel, I talk about everything CIC funding, how to start a CIC, how to scale a CIC, how to get funding for your CIC. CIC is a community interest company that gives you access to grant funding. It sits in between a charity and a limited company. And with that grant funding you get to pay yourself reasonably well to do projects for the community you stay and then live the life you've always wanted to live. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, and then share this video to someone who also is planning to start a CIC. Here's what you need to understand about the rejection process, right? If you apply to start a CIC to Companies House and you get rejected, now your CIC idea may still be very valid, but the rejection stays on the register of Companies House, and most funders will get to see that rejection there, and then you can reapply and then get accepted. But every rejection in terms of the registration process for starting a CIC is always a communication problem on how most CIC founders fill the form CIC 36. And let's talk about that one here now on this video. In my years of consulting, there are 5 major mistakes I see every CIC founder that get rejected. Most of the time, these are the 5 mistakes they make, and I don't want you to make them, right? The first mistake I see most CIC founders make is that their community interest statement is too vague. Now, if your community interest statement only shows intention and not community benefit, then the CIC regulators will definitely reject your application. It's important as you fill the CIC Form 36 that number one, you're very specific on the type of problem you want to solve, the demography you want to help, be very specific on the outcomes that the CIC would bring to that community, and where you would like to do that work. The more specific you are on problem, activity, outcome, and impact, the better your chances of getting accepted first time. The difference between we help young people in our community and we help Black immigrants that are young people, 16 to 25, who have been excluded from school, that are not in education, employment, and training in whatever community you help, get access to education, get access to employability classes, and get access to resilience classes so that they can find jobs and live better lives and reduce unemployment. You know, the difference is clear. One is very vague, another one is very specific. In the community interest statement, you have to be as specific as possible. Rejection reason number 2 is that most CIC funders, when they write their application and they fill the form CIC 36, there is no clear link between the activity and the community benefit. If the clear link is not there on what do you want to do, right? You're doing employability classes. What's going to be the benefit to the community? Once the link is missing, definitely the regulators for the CIC and Companies House will reject your application. Rejection reason number 3 is the asset lock section. Sometimes most people leave it blank or they don't know what to write when it comes to that. Now, the asset lock is simply stating to the regulators what you intend to do if you make a surplus. Now, it's important to understand that with a CIC, you can't get paid a salary as a director. But as a CIC founder, you can get paid from the project money that you rake in through grants if you do sessions or you offer services to the CIC. Now, the asset lock protects the CIC because the CIC is for the community's benefit. The CIC can make a profit, but the directors cannot take a part of that profit. That is why we say to you that the structure of your CIC should be such that it is limited by guarantee and not limited by shares. That part of your CIC 36 is a very small part, but you have to feel it there that you will do XYZ with the surplus. Most of the time, it's just easier to say that you would reinvest the surplus into community activity for young people or for whoever the demography you serve. That's just one or two lines to add this. If you don't have an asset lock statement, the likelihood of your CIC registration being rejected is very high. Rejection reason number 4 is if you have anything politically related in your CIC 36. Any political affiliations, any political write-up will be rejected. Now, rejection reason number 5 is the most common reason I see most CIC's application being rejected. And this is when your CIC 36 and your articles of association, there's a mismatch. Now, the CIC 36 is where you do the community interest statement, your asset lock, your activities and outcomes, and then the articles of association is the governing document. And for the articles of association, there's something we call the Object 5. Now, the Object 5 for your articles of association must match with everything you've written on your CIC 36. If it doesn't match, then your application will be rejected. When people come and then their CIC applications has been rejected or company's house did not accept it, we tell them not to worry. We've done several cases like that where we sit with you, we look at your CIC 36. Another thing I did not mention is the fact that most people get rejected because they just copy another person's CIC 36 or just use a generic one from ChatGPT and then they post it and then they use it like that and then it gets rejected. Now, 40% is so high a number every single year. That's over 7,000 applications rejected every single year. And then, yes, most of them reapply and they get it again, but why not just get it first time? One of the reasons CICs exist is so that you can do great work for your community, right? I mean, the community, I don't know where you stay, maybe Manchester, maybe Leeds, I don't know where you stay, maybe you stay in Edinburgh, wherever you stay, that community needs you, right? You can do great work for your community, and these are real people with real problems that want a real solution, and the solution could be you, and then the distance between your idea and £20,000 in your CIC's bank account is just execution and doing it right. The CIC is such that it helps you a lot to help community, and it also puts money in your pocket. Of the video, I want you to put the word CIC in the comment section, and I'll give you direct link to a free guide that can help you as you start this journey to become a CIC founder, right? We do consulting, and we can consult with you to start, scale, and get funding for your CIC at Future Part Mentoring Limited. My name is Mr. Zion, and all I want to see is that you get funded for the idea you have and bring it to pass, and then take that idea, call it your seed. It can be your idea, your lived experience, the pain you've gone through, the gaps you've seen at work, the talents and gifts you had. Call it your seed, right? Plant that seed in the legal vehicle called a CIC to give you access to funding. Call that funding your reign, and definitely every other thing after that will be fulfillment. I want to see you on the funded side of life, because here we are money conscious, but we are impact driven. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share this video with someone in the United Kingdom who wants to start a community interest company.